Hello everyone, this is Susan Davis, and today the objective of the lesson is to ask questions using how much and how many. This is lesson C from Unit 9 of the book World English Intro from National Geographic Learning. Let's start hearing the story of Jane. This girl is Jane. She loves carrots and she wants to prepare a carrot cake. Who can help her? She decides to ask her mom for help. Mom, can you help me prepare a carrot cake? Asks Jane. Sure, of course, says her mom. Great. How many carrots and how much milk do we need? Asks Jane. We need 3 carrots and 1 cup of milk. We want a healthy cake, replies her mom. Sounds good. And how many eggs are necessary? Asks Jane. Her mom says 2 eggs are fine. How much sugar for the best taste? Asks Jane. And her mom replies, 2 cups of sugar and we have everything else too. Let's start. So the cake is ready, finally, and the mom says, what a delicious carrot cake, Dottie, prepared by you and me. And Jane says, this is so much fun, Mom. I love cooking with you. So in the question, how many carrots do we need? The expression how many, is it used with a count or a non-count noun? Let's remember the meaning of count and non-count noun. Count nouns can be counted. Non-count nouns can't. So in this case, the noun is carrots. It's a count noun, so we use how many. And in the question, how much milk do we need? Is the expression how much used with a count or a non-count noun? Where is the noun? Milk. Here it is. And milk can't be counted. So that's why we use how much. And the answer is 1 cup of milk, because milk by itself can't be counted. Okay, so here we can see how the expression how many is used in the dialogue between Jane and her mom. How many is used to ask for the quantity of a specific food item that we can buy by units, such as carrots, cakes, eggs. For example, the question, how many carrots do we need? We need 3 carrots. We may need 1, we may need 2, 3, or more than 3. We can count them. And notice that we use a plural noun to ask the question. Carrots with an S. In the question, how many eggs are necessary? We can also count the number of eggs. 2 eggs. And we also use the plural noun, eggs with an S. Now let's look at how much. We use how much to ask for the quantity of a food or drink that can't be counted by units and needs a container or unit of measure. In the dialogue, we saw these questions. How much milk do we need? We need 1 cup of milk. So we can't count the milk without a container or unit of measure. In this case, we are using cups. As you can notice, milk is in its singular form and has no S. Okay, and all liquids are non-counts, such as milk, coffee, juice, tea. Something to notice. The second question we saw in the dialogue was, how much sugar for the best taste? And the answer was 2 cups of sugar. So the same, we can't count the sugar without a container or unit of measure, and we use the singular noun, sugar without an S, to ask the question. So here we have a summary with the questions that we saw in the previous dialogue. Now let's see which of these foods are count nouns and which ones are non-count nouns. What about cucumbers? Can we count them? Yes, so they are count nouns. The same with apples and bananas. We can count them. What about onions? As we can see in the image, there are 3 onions. We can count them. And also oranges. Now, what about broccoli? Non-count noun. Chicken, also a non-count noun. We talk about pieces of chicken, portions of chicken. Cheese, a slice of cheese, what you put on your bread, or a piece of cheese that you eat directly. Bread, a slice of bread, a piece of bread, a loaf of bread as in the image, a non-count noun as well. Lettuce, also a non-count noun. Okay, so now let's practice. Look at your book, World English Intro, Lesson C, Activity E. And let's complete these sentences together with how much or how many. The first one. Let's look. Remember, the first thing you need to do is look at the noun to see if the noun is count or non-count. So in the first question, we have eggs, and we can count the eggs. So the answer is, the expression, how many? How many eggs do you eat every week? 1, 2, 3, or more. The second question, what do you think? The noun is meat. Yes, how much? How much meat do you eat a week? Do you eat 100 grams, 200 grams, 500 grams? How much? The third one. What do you notice about the noun? Fruit juice. It's a liquid, a beverage. So we use how much. How much fruit juice do you drink every day? 1 glass, 1 liter. How much? 4. The noun we have is cookies. Can we count the number of cookies we eat? Yes. Yes, we can. So we use how many. How many cookies do you eat every day? And the last question, has as a noun bread. As I mentioned before, we don't count the bread. So we use how much. Now, what exercises can you practice at home? Let's start with this one. Imagine you are talking with a friend. What can you ask them about their food habits? A first question you could ask them is, how much pasta do you have? Now, this question could also be good if you are asking how much pasta there is in your friend's refrigerator, for example. Or if you are planning a dinner with your friend, you could ask how much there is to decide what to buy. Another question you could ask is, how many oranges do you need? Okay, so you can continue at home creating your own questions and personalizing this exercise. The next exercise you can practice at home is this one. You can write questions asking about the food someone eats. Use how much or how many and the words below. For example, with lettuce, eat, and week, what question could you ask? How much lettuce do you eat every week? This is an example. Okay, so you can continue with the next questions and practice. Thanks for listening. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. See you next time. Bye.